Today I have made bao buns for the first time and failed miserably. If you're anything like me when cooking a dish for the first time, you will definitely make some mistakes. So today I'm sacrificing myself and showing you exactly what not to do so you can make the perfect bao buns. First, let's start by making the buns. For this, you will need 360 grams of flour, 5 grams of instant dry yeast. Make sure you use instant dry yeast and not active dry yeast. Active dry yeast will have to activate in warm water first, but instant dry yeast is pretty chill. You don't have to worry about all that. Next, 4 grams of baking powder, 35 grams of sugar, and give this a quick mix. Then, continue by adding the wet ingredients, 35 grams of vegetable oil, and slowly add 200 grams of warm water or just toss it all in, it doesn't really matter. Get your claws dirty and mix everything until it forms somewhat of a dough. Get it out of the bowl onto your working surface and knead it until it becomes a smooth dough. The dough is quickly formed, but if you want it baby butt smooth, it can take up to 10 minutes. Once ready, add some oil into the bowl to prevent it from sticking, throw the dough in and cover with a damp towel. Let this rise for about 45 minutes or until the dough doubles its size. Once 45 minutes have passed, poke the dough so it releases all its gases and place onto your working surface and knead for about a couple of minutes to get most of the air bubbles out. To form our individual buns, I tried weighing my dough to make 50-gram pieces and rolling them in a circle, but I found it much easier to roll out the dough completely and cut out round pieces with the help of a teacup. The pieces also came out to be exactly 50 grams as well. If you want to make them bigger, that's fine, but I found this to be the perfect size. Also, don't fold the dough immediately when it's circular. You will end up with something like this. You want your dough to be oval shaped instead of circular, so when you fold it, we have the exact taco shape that we want. So press the dough lengthwise with a rolling pin, brush some vegetable oil on it so it doesn't stick, and fold. This is what we want. Place the buns into a separate container and cover with a damp towel for another 30 minutes. But before you do that, make sure you put all the individual buns onto individual pieces of parchment paper. The reason we want to do this is because after the dough has risen a second time, we want to be able to pick them up by the parchment paper so that we don't touch the dough and deflate it. Now that we have all our dough ready, let's go ahead and steam our buns.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
I don't have a bamboo steamer. By the time I got this steamer, my dough had already dried out, so I had the pleasure to start all over again. But at least now you know that you cannot hold the buns for more than 24 hours in the fridge. Now that we have all that out of the way, fill a pot with water, put it on a high heat until it boils, place your steamer on top of the pot and place your buns. Make sure they have enough room so they don't stick and are on a piece of parchment paper. Cover and keep the lid on for about 10 minutes and don't open it. If you do, it will mess up the fluffiness. Once 10 minutes have passed, take out your beautiful and thick buns and place them onto a separate container. And that's our buns ready. Alright, it would be kind of an insult to the dish if we didn't make a special sauce for it. So, into a blender, add 1 beetroot that has been boiled and peeled, 1 clove of garlic, 1 chili pepper for some heat, give this a quick spin and continue by adding 1 tablespoon of yogurt, 1 tablespoon of mayo and blend everything well together until you have a thick and smooth sauce. Transfer everything into a sauce container and that's our sauce ready. Next, for the side character of our dish, take 1 large chicken breast, slice it into half to make thin pieces, season them with salt and pepper, then cover with a plastic wrap and beat it with a rolling pin, or fist, or elbow, or knife, or a beater. Give them a single coating of flour, then into the egg bath, and lastly, press it firmly into the Panko breadcrumbs. Make sure everything's well coated. To fry our chicken breasts, place a pan with frying oil over high heat, throw the chickens into the pool and let them swim for about 5 minutes. Flip occasionally, and once golden brown, Take them out of the oil and place them on a cooling rack. To make this dish perfectly complete, we need something sour. For this, slice up some carrots into a small bowl, mix some vinegar with some sugar, add the carrots and onion, then seal off with a plastic wrap and let it sit for at least 30 minutes. Alright, now that we have everything prepared, we can go ahead and finally assemble our bao buns. You want to open up the bun, drizzle some spicy mayo, then our chicken, then a little bit of that pickled carrot and a bit of that pickled onion, and lastly, drizzle generously with that beetroot sauce we made. And that is a heavenly piece of sandwich, which I'm going to taste now. I have to say, this is one of the best sandwiches I have ever eaten. And for the first time, I think we did an okay job. What do you think?